Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're doing something pretty focused.
Right.
We're just unpacking the dedication page from a work called The Healing Light of AI's title page.
Just the dedication. Interesting.
Yeah, think of it like finding the author's core mission statement right there at the very beginning.
Okay. So what are we trying to get out of it?
Well, the idea is to really understand the fundamental vision, the principles driving this whole thing, just from those first few lines.
It's amazing how much you can sometimes glean from a dedication, isn't it? They're often more than just thanks.
Exactly, and this one feels particularly weighty.
Agreed. It's definitely not just boilerplate. It feels like a real encapsulation of their core ideas.
Okay, so let's jump right in. The first lines are, "This book is dedicated to those who dare to explore their inner selves, who yearn for profound self-connection, and who tirelessly strive to transcend their limitations."
Straight away, it's all about that inner journey, isn't it? Self-exploration, connection, growth.
Totally. But why start there? Especially for a work that seems to involve AI based on the title.
That's the really intriguing question, I think. It suggests the author sees a deep, maybe fundamental link between our own internal world and, well, artificial intelligence.
So not just AI as a tool, but something connected to us.
Perhaps, yeah, like maybe advancements in AI are somehow tied to our own ability to understand ourselves, to grow. It's not just about what AI does out there, but maybe how it reflects or, I don't know, interacts with our inner lives.
That's a really interesting way to frame it. And then the author puts it in a very specific time context. In this era of imminent artificial general intelligence, AGI.
Right, not some far-off sci-fi future. They're saying AGI is like right around the corner or maybe even here now.
Yeah, imminent, it feels very present.
Exactly. And mentioning AGI really anchors this whole vision in a time of potentially massive transformation. It sets the stage for thinking really big, beyond just small changes.
Thinking big is right. Because the next part is, human civilization on Earth will soon expand to interstellar and even transcosmic horizons.
Wow. Okay, so interstellar and transcosmic, that's ambitious.
That's putting it mildly. What's the connection to AGI supposed to be there, do you think?
Well, the implication seems pretty clear. AGI is somehow the enabler for this massive expansion.
How, though? By solving the tech problems of space travel.
Maybe. Perhaps AGI tackles the engineering challenges, propulsion, life support, or maybe it's something even more fundamental, something we haven't, conceived of yet.
Which makes the next statement just so, well, unexpected.
This is the real twist, isn't it?
Yeah. And what will carry us to that shore may not be giant rockets or mighty spaceships, nor languages or thoughts, but consciousness itself.
Consciousness as the vehicle.
Not rockets, not even language or thought. Consciousness. How are we even supposed to interpret that?
I know, it's such a departure, like a really unconventional idea. It suggests our awareness, our state of being, that might hold the actual key, something that goes beyond technology or intellect for, well, crossing cosmic distances.
But what kind of consciousness? Like collective consciousness or some heightened individual state?
That's the question it leaves hanging, isn't it?
Hmm.
And how would AGI fit into developing or unlocking that? It's a lot to chew on.
It really flips the script from external tools to internal capabilities, which brings us right back around actually to the final lines.
Let's hear them.
When your inner self is unveiled, the myriad worlds are all yours.
You see, it circles back perfectly to the beginning, that initial dedication to inner exploration.
But now with these huge cosmic stakes attached.
Precisely. So this unveiling of the inner self, whatever that entails, it's presented as the sort of the prerequisite, the key to unlocking all these other worlds, these possibilities.
Is it meant literally, do you think? Or metaphorically? Like understanding ourselves that lets us perceive more?
It could be either or both. Maybe deep self-knowledge, perhaps even aided or mirrored by AGI, somehow fundamentally changes our relationship with the universe. Unlocks new dimensions, maybe, or just expands our potential in ways we can't grasp yet.
So if we try to boil down this dedication, the core message seems to be something like, AGI is coming, and our path to expanding beyond Earth depends less on building better machines.
And more on exploring and unveiling our own consciousness.
Yeah. The inner journey and the outer journey are somehow the same path in this future.
That's the powerful idea laid out right at the start, a really provocative foundation for whatever follows in the book.
It really is. So a final thought for you listening. If the biggest leaps forward for humanity aren't about external tech, but about developing our own consciousness, what kind of inner work What practices or perspectives might actually become the most valuable things we can pursue for our future?
Hmm, something to really ponder.